My name is Dominic Kira. I recently published a book, Eternally Gluten-free. It has my own gluten-free recipe for sweets, and each recipe I created. Today I'm going to make a fresh Northwest gluten-free dessert. It's going to be a cherry cupcake with local cherries, then white chocolate frosting. I'm going to top it off with a chocolate-covered cherry. So first off, I have to preheat my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So next I have to combine my dry ingredients. So in here I have 1 cup brown rice flour, 3/4 a cup of white rice flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 a teaspoon of xanthan gum, and 3/4 a teaspoon of baking soda. Then I'm going to mix that together to combine it. So then I'm going to put my dry ingredients aside, move over to my electric mixer with the wet ingredients. So now I have the wet ingredients. In here I have 2 eggs, 3/4 a cup of sugar, 3/4 a cup of oil, and I'm going to go ahead and beat that together on medium until it's smooth. There we go. Then after that, I beat in about 3/4 a teaspoon of vanilla and continue to beat it. Once I have my wet ingredients mixed together, I'm going to mix in my dry ingredients about half a cup at a time. So I'm going to mix it. And then remember, you only add the next addition into the last addition is beat into the wet ingredients. Else it'll get too thick and it'll be unfixable. Then after that, I'm going to add another 1/4 cup of milk and continue to mix that in so it gets a little more thin. Then last, I'm going to add in the cherries. So I'm going to put in about 2 cups of cherries in here. You're right, cherry. So now I have everything mixed together and it looks amazing, a nice purple color. Next, I'm going to have to put the cupcake batter into the cupcake tins. Next, I'm going to put the cupcakes in the oven. Hi, so next we're going to make the white chocolate frosting. So in my bowl I have about 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 cup of shortening. So next I'm going to mix that together on a medium. So next I have to add in the powdered sugar. I'm going to add that in about 1 cup at a time. I'm going to turn the mixer on and pour this in. So now I'm going to add in the milk since this mixture over here is too thick. So I'm going to add in about 1/8 a cup of milk, or I guess you could say 1.5 tablespoons of milk. And mix that together. Now, last but not least is the white chocolate for the white chocolate frosting. So I melted about 2/3 a cup of white chocolate chips, and now I'm going to put it in here. And then we're going to mix that together to combine it. Then last but not least, our chocolate-covered cherries. The first one start off with about 5 ounces or 5 squares of baker's chocolate. Put that in a microwavable bowl, and then we're going to warm it up. Okay, so then we get our chocolate and place it in the microwave, and then cook it for about 30 seconds on high. So then open up the microwave, check out this chocolate again, and make sure it's not burnt or anything somehow. I'm going to cook it for another 45 seconds or so. So I take the chocolate out of the oven, and so don't be worried because it won't be cooked completely. The rest you have to do by stirring it. Okay, so here I have about 18 cherries since I have about 18 cupcakes. Then I have my 4 ounces of chocolate and wax paper for the chocolate covered cherries. So for the fun part, we need to get the cherries. Okay, so I took my cherry cupcakes out of the oven after baking them for 25 minutes. So now for the almost final part, I'm going to take the frosting and just put it onto this cupcake right over here. Okay, so my chocolate covered cherries have hardened and I frosted my cupcakes. So now for the last part is to put on the cherries onto these delicious cupcakes.